Well, it is Saturday morning and I am in the office. My son does not have hockey today. My daughter does not have gymnastics. And I had the opportunity to come in the office and knock out some work, even though Monday is the Christmas holiday. Tomorrow is Christmas Eve. Today is Festivus. Always a very busy time for our law firm, both in Pennsylvania and New Jersey. We'll be taking a break briefly on the Christmas holiday on Monday. Be back in the office on the 26th. Servicing clients both in Pennsylvania and New Jersey. Put out a blog article regarding the Danny Briere son situation, Carson Briere. And I put out the article not to embarrass Mr. Briere, but simply to show that he wasn't receiving any special treatment. And really, this case is very common, especially among younger people in both Pennsylvania and New Jersey. And Mr. Briere did not receive any treatment. I think the media really blew it out of proportion. I'm not condoning what he did. It was obviously wrong, and he should suffer the consequences of it. But to think that he was going to serve time in prison or jail or serve a substantial period of probation just simply is not correct. And any media member or any reporter who implies that simply did not do their due diligence with regard to understanding how the law works, specifically with regards to sentencing guidelines. And they're shooting from the hip, and they should simply stay in their lane, just like a lot of sports writers who often write things about when an athlete is charged with something and giving their 2 cents. And really, they should stick to sports or bring someone in who's knowledgeable in the area. Don't make comments on things you don't understand. It's simply just, it does a disservice to people, and it makes people think that what you're telling them is actually the truth, and it's not. So with regards to Mr. Briere, what he received was diversion. And before yesterday's blog article, I put out another blog article months ago regarding the situation where he was charged with criminal mischief, which is a misdemeanor of the second degree, not a felony charge. Now, technically, a misdemeanor of the second degree in Pennsylvania, there's a maximum sentence of 2 years of state incarceration, but that is the maximum statutory sentence. And it is highly unlikely that he would have received anything close to that had he proceeded to trial. Now, in this particular case, he had some options. He could have pled guilty. He could have pled no contest. He could have had a negotiated guilty plea or an open guilty plea, or he could have gone through the ARD program. Now, the ARD program, Accelerated Rehabilitative Disposition, is a discretionary program which the DA's office did extend to him. I believe that they more than likely spoke with the victim in this case, and she was okay with it. So what the program basically is he'll be on probation for 15 months, and it's probably non-reporting probation because it's my understanding he's not even in the country anymore. He's actually playing hockey overseas. And he'll be on non-reporting probation, probably have to set the serve some community service, which he can do obviously out of the country and just needs to show proof of it. He probably can just do some hockey clinics and things like that, just give time back to the hockey community. And I think that would satisfy community service. And most courts, most DA's offices, as long as it's an accepted nonprofit, will accept that. I have an itch. I don't know what's going on, but will accept that. Now, with regards to restitution, obviously he'll have to pay for the cost of the chair. And again, this outcome was not anything out of the ordinary. It was very, very common. I believe that people think that when you have an attorney, you have to go to trial, or the attorney has to do something to kind of get you out of it. And really, it's not. I mean, he obviously is going to suffer consequences here, but he brought in an attorney and he did the right thing by doing that. And the attorney's job was to advise him on what to do and what not to do, what to say and what not to say in court to put himself in a better position. Because if you don't have a lawyer and you go in there blindly, you can really put yourself in a bad position because you don't know when to speak, when not to speak. And even though you think you're helping, you're actually hurting your case. There was a case very, very recently in Philadelphia with some nonprofit director went in to a courtroom in Philadelphia and actually ended up getting criminally charged, I believe himself, because of contempt of court charges. But basically, he just should have shut up, and he did it. And he did it because he thought, again, he was helping this defendant. And again, when you go into a courtroom, it's always the best scenario to have an attorney with you because the attorney should have knowledge of the courtroom, the judge, how to act, how not to act. And again, I'm not simply talking about what to say, because there are situations where an educated person can obviously speak very well for himself or herself, but it's knowing what will be persuasive with the judge, and that's what really you hire an attorney for. Obviously, if the case is to go to trial, you are hiring the attorney for his competency in that area, but there are many cases that don't go to trial, and you need an attorney to advise you properly, and that's what Mr. Briere had. I think it's a great outcome for him because he can have his record expunged. It's not going to hinder his professional or his personal opportunities. But if you have questions about what happened about the ARD program, whether it be in Pennsylvania or in New Jersey, we have conditional discharges, we have the PTI program. All these things are areas that we've advised clients on, and more than happy to speak with you about them. Again, 215-755-9000 in Pennsylvania, 856-793-7429 in New Jersey, the website gambleandlaw.com. As always, a tremendous resource for you and your family. All my books, my blogs, and videos are available there. We've had some fantastic updates to the website. We've put out some new blogs, some new videos. We're updating our video library now. In addition, coming out with some new podcasts for 2024. We took a break from podcasting, but we're going to get back on track with that. As always, we have a weekly update. It is toward the end of the year, and we're really cranking things up for 2024. It was fantastic 2023. We are very excited about 2024 and what it will bring for our law firm, both in Pennsylvania and New Jersey. So have a great weekend. Have a great holiday weekend. Happy Festivus. Have a Merry Christmas. And again, if you have questions, 215-755-9000 in Pennsylvania, 856-793-7429 in New Jersey. Have a great Saturday, and I'll talk to you all very soon.